What's up, y'all? It's your girl T, and I'm back with another video. Same look, but a new story, okay? So this one here is gonna be kind of long. Make sure you grab your tea, your wine, your water, your whatever you need, because this one is good. All right. So if you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified of all my amazing videos. Let's get right into this one. Woo, child. Y'all, I don't even know where to start. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Okay, so listen, y'all know a while back, Stylish Boss Academy, which is my company, we launched our new service, which was a web design service. This was a highly requested service. A lot of people were excited about it when I brought it up to promote, and it's a big deal, right? So it came and it went, sadly. And I'm sure some of you who've been rocking with me probably wonder what happened. So here's the breakdown on what happened, guys. Okay. So first of all, this was nothing that I particularly was going to this wasn't nothing that I was looking at putting out. It just happened to be at the time. Business is doing extremely well. The company name is here, Prettygrlsdesign. Her name is Happiness. So the company reached out to me, or the young lady that owns the company reached out to me, and she basically, we worked together before. Let me go back because I don't have notes, y'all. This is just storytelling 101. Okay. So she actually did my revamp on my Styles by T website. Not this, this current website that's up now, but she did my revamp on Styles by T website. She did not do Stylish Boss Academy. Another company did. Oh my gosh, that's another story. Oh my god, this is I literally got one more story. Okay, anyway, let's talk about this. Talk about her though. So I've worked with her in the past. Her work is amazing. She does good at what she do. It's one thing I can't knock is a company that do well or is skilled at what they do. But that's not the problem. The problem comes within them being a business and how they run their business. That's where the problem always seems to come for me. So anyways, she reached out to me. Usually I recommend her to my mentees and my membership programs. I pass them down to her. Reason being is because I've worked with her. I usually only refer people to companies that I've worked with who've done really well. So I've sent her several people. She decided to reach out to me. Business was going extremely well. She was getting a lot of referrals, and she's like, "Hey T, I actually have a business proposition for you." I'm like, cool. So we get on a scheduled call. Throughout the call, she basically tells me that she would like to be a ghost web designer for my company, and I can basically release web services and have her and her team create websites for me. Again, I have the traffic, I have the community, the audience, and I have a lot of wig businesses who ask me all the time, "Hey, who did your website? Hey, do you have any website recommendations? Hey, website." And she's like, "I think you could maximize on this if your company actually did web design, and I be on the back end and I do all of your web design stuff, and I am a ghost web designer." So if you know what a ghost wig maker is, then you would understand what a ghost web designer would be, right? That's basically me being the face and me being able to promote all of her work as my own. Okay. So thought it was a great idea. This was something that we had to build out. Okay. This took some time. This took actually a couple months. She had to go in and she told me from that initial call, don't worry. Anything I need from you, just basically access to your site. I'm going to go in. I'm going to create all the forms with all of your logos. I'm basically going to duplicate my company to your company and into your company on your website. She said it should flow seamlessly. We'll have the same shared email. So we did create a web design email that her and I both have access to, and sound great, right? Like, this is a win-win. This is a major, major opportunity. When it came, I was super excited. I just knew that, like, God presented this to me for a reason. You know, SBA is growing. I offer a lot of resources for wig companies, like, amazing, right? So, you know, we get on calls. I told her, you know, okay, I want to start promoting this, you know, as I see her getting everything done on her end. She's like, you know, all you got to do is promote it. Okay, I want to start promoting this. However, it would be great if I had some sort of mock-ups or something, right? Because it's kind of hard to sell something when you really don't have a sample, right? You know, aside from my website. And a lot of people love my website, so they was just going off of that. Being that I have such a huge community, people trust me. They trust me. They trust my word. I love that. I would never want to jeopardize that ever, ever, ever. Okay. Because it takes a lot for somebody to trust you with their money, with their time, with their business, with the, you know, their investments. Like, that is nothing that you should hold lightly. And that's how I feel with people that I invest in as well. However, they don't do me the way that I do my people, but neither here nor there. So we got close. I told her, okay, I want to launch it in like 3 weeks. Will everything be done? She said, yeah, we just need to make a test order. We did a test run, a test order. I looked through getting the emails. Everything was flowing. You know, I had to be on some consultation calls with a couple of new web people, which I was fine to do. So my calendar, her calendar synced. When I tell you she did that part, she did it pretty well, as far as I had nothing to do with setting the setup part of it, right? But I asked her about the mock-ups or getting some samples. She was like, you know, well, it's really hard because she does have her business running and she can't provide any of her work, or otherwise it would show. That's almost like me. I can't get somebody that's the ghost wig maker of mine. I can't get their wigs and showcase them as mine. That's understood. I knew that. And I was like, okay, well, maybe in your downtime, or maybe can I send you like a couple people pictures and you make some mock-up flyers or something? Because, like, if I'm going to be selling flyers, websites, revamps, or whatever it is, like, I'm sure people are going to want to see it. And she's like, I understand that. I'll see what I can do. Never got anything. That's okay. I just took the initiative and I said, well, I'm going to just make sure that my word is my bond. So I'm going to, you know, be on live, answer questions, you know, show my packages and just everything. I was clear on everything that she could do. So I was able to deliver everything that us as Stylish Boss Academy could do. I presented that in a way that so many people were ready, interested, and the site launched. Or the web services launched. The web services launched, and guess what? The orders started to come in. Okay. Great. It was amazing. I was actually very much shocked because, you know, as the orders were coming in and I didn't even have a sample. Like, that's just how much people trust me. And, you know, I'm grateful. So I'm like, okay, don't mess this up. This is my business. This is my name on this. All you need to do is deliver. We had timelines, everything. People paid their money, paid their deposits, all of that. She started working and getting things done. I was not so much on the every little, you know, what's going on here, because again, the whole point of it was for her to work and do what she does best, and for me to continue to help wig businesses and to continue to create wigs. It was not for me to come in as a graphic designer, and I made that very clear when I introduced web design. It's like, y'all, it's not me. I have a team. However, I got a great team. They're going to take care of all of your needs. Customers reach out to me with questions. I would easily refer those questions, get them to her to get the answers back. So I just made sure that, my people was taken care of. Because one thing about me, I'm big on my brand and my name, and you're not about to tarnish my brand or my name, So anyways, everything was going well. orders were coming in. Then she reached out to me, maybe halfway through the projects, some of the projects had turnaround times of 2 weeks or so. And she's like, hey, I think we may need to slow it down or cut off the site. At this point, we had maybe about 5 or 6 web services going on. We weren't even 30 days into the launch, which was great. But I thought, okay, I understand she still has her own business. So maybe it's getting overwhelming. Maybe she didn't expect for it to pick up as fast as it did. Understandable. Okay, we can definitely put a pause on it, take it off the site, whatever, because I want you to complete these people's designs so that now I can use these as mock-ups, and I'm just gonna bring you more people. Like, honey, it's gonna be hard for you to try to run your own business when my people start to come to you. That's what I thought that she was prepared for, but she wasn't quite prepared for that. I don't believe, I should say. So in the meantime, when she said turn it off, I was like, okay, you know what? Actually, it's time for me to get a new revamp on my website. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pay her and let her get 2. So I didn't ask for a discount. I did as I would do. I'm a customer. I purchased 2 website revamps. Revamp my wig business as well as revamp my web services. We got on call, she took it. I said, I think that this would be great. So that way, as people continue to look at my site, I don't want people to refer to my site from an old designer that did my work or just my old site in general. I was ready to get it wanted it updated. So I'm like, if I'm going to refer people, it only makes sense for me to have the services done from my company, from my ghost, it only makes sense, right? So that way people can look at my stuff and say, oh, I want my stuff like T. Because I was looking at some of the forums and people saying, oh, I want my stuff like T. And if it's the other designer, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? So I purchased services. So a week or 2 passed. Again, she was going back and forth with my customers. I only was aware of situations if the communication or if a form or she'll let me know, hey, I'm waiting on something from someone, I haven't heard back, could you try and reach out, being that these are my people and I know my people, I know how to talk to them and everything. So I would reach out, hey, just seeing my team's been waiting on this, it's past the due date time, can you get it in and all of that. So I would only be notified if there was a problem. If there was no problem, if nothing came up, then I assume that everything is going well on your end. Let me know when I need to step in for my business, if there's any issues, right? So we're all good here, right? So, let me see where we're at. Okay, so she completed my proof. She completed some of my other customers' proofs, and I always got to get the password to see their proof. Okay, I seen a couple little errors and mistakes or little cleanup things that I'm like, okay. Just we'll see what the customers send back. Customers send back that feedback, which was the exact same as what I saw and thought. And I'm like, okay. I don't know if it's it's like little small things like cut off of something was like a little bit of sloppiness if you just ask me. And honestly, I feel like with my name on it, you don't be sloppy, don't rush on people's stuff. Let's do it and do it the right way, because that's what I would do. And if I notice this and if my customer notices, you're supposed to be the graphic designer, so you should know this, you should see this. She had to do a lot of revisions and back and forth. There was none of the sites were complete because it was a lot of, okay, revision 1, revision 2, and those take days. And so back and forth. And so my proof came up for my revision for my first site. So when that came up, you guys, and I saw the proof of my site, and I was very descriptive as to what I wanted on the form. To be completely honest, I was very much disappointed. I was disappointed. I had the professional pictures, I had the banners, what I wanted, I had everything I wanted. I did not it was not cohesive. It was like banners were different fonts and different backgrounds, and it was just too much. And I'm like, I want it clean, professional. I said, like you didn't do this with my first site, so why is this looking inconsistent? Honestly, it just didn't look like her work. It looked like somebody else's work. I don't know, but I had to be completely open and honest because I said, if I feel like this about my site, there is no way that I can stand up and I can provide a service to people all over the world and I'm not happy with what I'm getting. Like, how can I happily refer you to somebody that I'm not happy with? That doesn't make any sense, right? So, I was very honest, professional yet honest in my revisions. And I told her, I honestly don't know if it's your work. I don't know if you have gotten overwhelmed. I don't know what it is, but I'm actually disappointed. This looked nothing like my first revamp. Again, maybe it was my mistake. Maybe I should have gotten my revamps done currently as opposed to only that one and went with that. And so I was like, I'm glad I cut off the site. Let's see and as a matter of fact, what's the update status on the rest of these web designs that you're working on? And so that's when, she's like, actually, I kind of feel like, she says she feels like she's been in the hole or in the dark by herself, not getting much cooperation from me. And that caught me off guard, because how can you say that you are feeling, or you've been blindsided, or you're in a hole or in a dark, whatever she said, it were term that she used it, but basically like she's alone and she's overwhelmed and these customers ask for this and all this. It's wait. This is what you asked for. Miss Mamas, you reached out to me, remember? You reached out to me and asked me because apparently you needed some more work, and I give you the work. And you told me, I never forget, because I wouldn't have signed up for no extra work when I know I'm already running two businesses. You told me I don't have to do anything aside from get on a call here and there if you need me. I didn't know I had to do any back and forth. I don't know nothing about graphic design, so I refer everything to you. I thought you had access to my email, so I thought you was getting these messages. I didn't know I had to screenshot everything. Like, it was just a big, big fucking mess. And excuse my language. And I'm like, wait a minute now, because that's not what I signed up for. And so now you're saying you're in the dark. So excuse me, what do you need from me? Because clearly it's not clear. As this business deal go on, we obviously don't have our roles very clear. So I think that we need to sit down and we need to be clear on what my role, what you need from me to proceed, and what I need from you. Because what you told me is what I thought I was doing, but now you can't, you stressing and stuff. And so we said, okay, we'll sit down and we'll visit the roles. And then the whole thing of payment, it was just a lot. One thing about it, if people purchasing on my website, then with my website, I got fees, and then, or payment plans, whatever. And then I got to pay her, and then paying her was another thing. I thought, from my understanding, it was not clear at the beginning. A lot of mistakes and red flags here, but listen, don't tell me in the comments because I already know. Okay. But, I thought that when the project was done, that she would get paid in full. Trust me, I got your money. I got your money. But she was like, okay. And as a matter of fact, I haven't received any payments listen here, I can pay you in full for every single payment. But what I need for you to do, I need for you to complete these people projects, because right now these people are looking at me and my business, and you and them going back and forth and all of this stuff, and nothing's being fulfilled. And it's going on 30 days now. And this is ridiculous. And so at this time, I told my husband, because y'all know my husband is a business, he's my right hand man. I said, look, this was the blessing and a curse, because if I'd known I was going to sign up for this, I would have never signed up for this. But God put things in your life as lessons, and this was the biggest lesson of them all. So I just told her, complete the project. So then I decided something, my gut. my gut told me to reach out to my customers who had active open websites pending and check on them, because we shared an email together and I could see some email conversation, but she was texting them and I didn't get in on the text. So I decided to reach out to my customers and I'm like, hey, how's everything going with the web, web services? Are we meeting your needs? Da, da, da. Y'all, I'm embarrassed to even speak on this, but the first person that I spoke to, very honest, me and her built a really good business relationship. And the first person I spoke to, she said, T, I'm going to be completely honest. I am not happy with the services that I've been given or been getting. And this young lady has been your team, she called it, whoever on your team, has been very rude to me. And she's basically been, giving me the runaround. And, I try to tell her what I want and what I need and, or what I'm looking for. She even said, I had a revamp. I had my first revision done. I gave her, the girl was supposed to do a logo. She had a whole new business package, which included a logo, web design, flyers, all this stuff. The girl spent a lot of money, okay, with, again, SBA. She said the logo. The girl gave her a logo. She did not like the logo. She's like, I really thought she would put her creative design in. I look at her word. Well, she didn't look at work. She was just like, I really thought she put a lot of work, her design in. Before we jump to that, because she did find out who she was, but she was just like, I thought she would put more creativity into it. She didn't. So I sent her a couple of ideas of logos that I like, that I was just playing around with on Canva. And she said the girl sent me back a logo that was the exact same design from my Canva design. And the girl, I sent her some websites, as inspo. The girls created my website the exact same as my inspo, from the fonts to the colors to the logo to everything, T. She said, I'm not sure. I thought you were aware of this. My mouth was floored. I was not aware of any of this going on. I could not believe that this girl was telling me that somebody that was representing my brand and me was doing this. Like, and I had no idea. And I'm like, oh no, ma'am. Oh, and this was on, I don't recall with my people, because I don't play about my people. If you're my people, I'm gonna look out for you. And I said, let me call you back, because I don't like what I'm hearing. I did not know this. She's like, oh my gosh, T, I thought you knew. I did not know this. I'm thinking everything good. I didn't know this. So, child, I got that phone with that girl. I immediately called Happiness. And I said, I don't know what's going on, but this is unacceptable. And if my client don't like that what they're giving, what are we going to do about it? Because what I'm ready to do is give this girl back her money, because what we're not going to do is waste any more of this girl time. If she has gotten revisions and none of this is turning out to be da-da-da, and she's like, oh, well, it's been a miscommunication. She wasn't clear on this. Da-da-da. I thought she wanted exactly what da-da-da. I'm like, listen, I don't know. All I know is I'm willing and I'm ready to forfeit whatever my cost is and give that girl her money back. Don't proceed, because clearly what you are doing is not up to par of what I've highly spoken of you and what you are providing. And we're not going to do this. And so, she gave me a little bit of a hard time, and she's like, oh, well, we still got more revisions. No. We're not doing no more revisions. The girl don't like what you're doing. The girl don't like it. So we're just going to give her a refund. So, I did that. I reached out to some more people. Crazy thing is those other people, actually the other people, they semi, like what they had, but they had similar feedback as a part of, oh, they're kind of rude. Your customer service team, web team is kind of rude. Oh, they're not clear. I asked them, I filled out my form. I had these words on my form. Well, when I got my website, the words were totally not what was on the form. That was something that, and I knew they weren't lying when they said that, because that was a problem that I actually had with my revamp. I literally put 3 different phrases that I wanted on my sliders. Why did I got them sliders? They didn't say not neither one of them. Like, are you reading the form or what? And it was all the red flags when it happened to my website. When they started speaking on it, it's like, you know what? This same crap is happening to these people. And you are supposed to be representing my brand. Y'all, that junk hurt. That hurt as a business. And so, I'm like, okay, at this point, some of these companies, like, they so far it's looking good. It's better than what they would have ever done themselves, type of thing. But, like, they're just ready to be done with them. Thanks for reaching out and, like, helping. And again, I was very honest on, like, I had no idea. I can't say, that this is all this person's fault. This is my fault as well, because, I should have been in on it a little bit more, not depending on somebody to figure out as part of my business in that way, or handle my customers in that way that maybe weren't equipped, or maybe that's how they deal with their customers. I honestly don't know, y'all. I don't know why this happened, how this happened, or whatever. But so, and then it's gonna get better. Okay. Sorry it's long, but this is a good one. So then I gotta hurry up because I gotta get my boys from school. But so reach out to other people, was finalizing. One girl was finalizing her website. She loved what hers turned out to be. Another young lady, hers was fine. We just was waiting on one little final edit. It was one little final revision for the last one. So I'm like, okay, listen here. I told the girl, I said, I don't think it's a good idea that we proceed. She said she agreed. It's not a good idea to proceed. Exactly. She's like, this is more than what I was willing to deal with, being that I'm not getting any assistance from you. Okay, that's fine. We won't proceed. I'm cool with that, because I'm glad it was turned off when it was. I said, finish up these people. We refunded one person. The other people were satisfied with their sites. But here's the kicker, though. I actually I have a private membership group where I go live, and, I tell different things that happen, which my private membership group actually knows this story. I spoke on it, and actually 2 or 3 of the girls from the membership group are the ones that purchased the site. So I ended up saying, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. I had to vent and get it out, because it was so much anger and emotion just built up in me. Like, I can't believe that I'm going through this. Now, on the outside, nobody else knew this when I was going through this earlier this year, aside from now that I'm sharing it with y'all. And then, membership. So I talked to them about it. And when I told them who it was, one of the girls were like, I knew that's who it was all along. How did you know? She said, oh, wait. I'm gonna back up because I forgot to say this part. So try this weird slide. So go back. The girl told me, she said, we had one last girl to finalize up on the website. Everybody else was good. She said, this girl is taking a little bit of time to get me what I need. I needed some stuff. She was taking some time. And so I said, okay, well, let me just check. She said, oh, I'm going to get it too. Because the girl was like, if she don't get it too, we can cancel her order too. She was ready to cancel her order. I'm like, well, dang, aren't you saying you almost done? Then my website, remember I told her I didn't like it. Remember I told y'all that? I had to go back because I almost forgot this part. The dang girl, after I said that, I got a notification from my email, and it said, you have been refunded. Do you know that girl refunded me for my other website? She made all the edits to this current one. I looked over, I'm like, okay, this better. I told her, like, make my background like this, do that. She did exactly what I said. And I'm like, if you're web design, you got to put your creative spin on. Don't do exactly what a customer say, because we as a customer, we don't know, like, we don't have that visual representation. So you don't take what just the customer say. You take it to a certain extent, and you put an extra 10%, 100% on top of it, you know? But the girl canceled. She refunded me for the second website that she hadn't touched yet, which was SBA. That is why SBA site is still like it is. I emailed her. No, I texted her. I said, I got a refund for my other website. Why did you send me a refund? She said, oh, I'm sorry. Based on your revision email and you stating how you did not like or you were disappointed in my work for Stylish South by T website, I made the decision to refund you. I do not think that I am the designer to work on your website. Y'all, this girl told me that she don't think she's the designer to work on my website, but yet she thinks she's gonna be the designer to work with my people. No, like that don't make no sense. So you mean to tell me I gotta go find another graphic designer, yet I got a whole website graphic designer team that's supposed to be you, and you don't deliver for me, you can't work for me, but you want to take my no, I don't know if this was an opportunity. I don't know what it was. It was a disaster. Okay. So that was that. But let me go back though. So when I told my membership group, the girls chimed in like, oh my gosh, T, I'm so glad you're speaking on this because I felt like this, you know, or oh, she was, you know, sending shady comments or whatever. And oh, one girl was like, yeah. And when I called her number, it actually said, hey, this is happiness at Prettygrlsdesign. It had her company name. And I looked her company up and I seen that her company was on there. And I'm like, really? And then Is that Santa? Oh yeah, that's Santa on the fire. Child, I'm my business. But yeah, so there was like yeah, and then one girl was like, yeah, I noticed that it was her because one of the things or on her email or her signature, she replied back and she put her business name. I'm like, yo, so she gonna be my ghost web designer and she out here secretly or she's out here exposing who her business is to these customers. Now, granted, when you work with a ghost web designer as business, I'm gonna put my profit on top. So now you got my people looking at what your price is and looking at what my price is and seeing that, oh, okay, you know, y'all, it was and then she gonna tell me with this last customer. I know I'm all over the place, but it was all over the place. My life was all over the place at this time. This was a long 2 weeks. I think this dragged on for 2 weeks, and I just couldn't be more happier to wipe my damn hands with this girl. But she told me with the last girl, she was like, she said, so this last girl, we waiting on her. Do you want me to just go ahead and transfer her package and transfer basically her web design over to my website and I just continue to make payment because the girl did a payment plan, so she had a half her website to pay, and she's like, do you want me to just transfer to my website and she just paid me on my website? And I said to her, that's the dumbest shit she could have ever said. I said to her, now why would you do that? Why would you think that that would be a good idea? Take my customer and basically tell my customer, oh, you know what? Go right over here to Happiness, go to Prettygrlsdesign website, and you can just finish out with her because she has her own business over here. Well, what the hell? How would that look? I said, no, dumb. That wouldn't make no sense for you to do if you are supposed to be my ghost web design. Finish these people out and remain anonymous, okay? That is what you need to do. You don't need to do anything more, anything less, but finish these out. So I'm like, no, she will pay me and I will pay you. And she's like, you know, because I just figured we could do it that way. So then that way me and you will be closed out. And I will go ahead because here's what she said. I already let her know that I wouldn't charge her the additional 200 or whatever. Oh, I wouldn't charge her an extra rush fee. And I've already let her know what my rate would be if I finish up with her. The girl owes me a balance. And now you telling her what her balance would be if she come over to you? What kind of ghost are you? Oh, this just was all wrong. Like, think she forgot what she was supposed to be doing. Like, no, this is not a collaboration. This is, you stay behind the scenes. You shouldn't tell your business. Yo, if you was gonna be a ghost person and you came out working with me as ghost, your voicemail shouldn't have said your business. Nothing that you did shouldn't have said nothing regarding your business, because for me to bring it up and speak on her in the business, for my customers to say, oh, they knew who that was. One, I have some very loyal customers because they still were willing to pay me regardless, because they trust me and who I am, and they understood business. But like, two, this girl, I honestly think she came to really like traumatize and like bring my business down, take my customers and let everybody know who she was. Like, I think that's what it was. I don't know. It's just a thought, but I mean, that's just what it sounded like. Because why would you expose yourself when the deal is not closed? Why would you treat my customers that way? Like, why would you? I don't know. Like, to this day, I still have answers. I have no idea why you even came to me if you had these intentions. And, I don't know. I don't know. But you wanted to know why SBA Web Design Services came and went, is because it was a bad business deal that was done. Some mistakes on my behalf was I did not have anything in writing. It was not very clear as to what the expectations or the roles were for me and for her. And I was just so excited to be able to help in this way, to help my people that maybe I didn't dot my I's and cross my T's enough. And this have been the biggest years of lessons. This year, I definitely have to say, my word was lessons, a lot of lessons learned, but guess what? It ain't the end. It's not the end for me. It doesn't mean that I would never, do something like this, but there's a lot of things I would do differently. But this shows that the potential as what it could be and what SBA is going to be, but maybe it just wasn't the timing, and maybe it's just not the right people, because I was bringing on that team. I was ready to give her so many people. Like, she wasn't going to need her business. She said that she wanted to eventually fall back from her business and just do ghost work. And so I thought that would be perfect, because I have a community of people that's ready to take what I say and really go with it. But it was meant for her to be exposed. It was meant for all this to come out. And I'm just so glad that I took my gut instinct of reaching out to my people to check on them. And even though, that is all said and done, everybody got their sites. We got the refund for the one young lady. Just everything happened the way it did. I wouldn't change anything, because the book is already written. So this was supposed to happen for me, because this only make me, my business, my mindset, and just everything that I do moving forward. This is make it more calculated, stronger, and just all of that, and then too, I'm able to share this with you guys. Like, I'm able to share, like, y'all telling these story times. Who's telling you this? Aside from them telling you, oh yeah, it was great, it was good, and it didn't work, and that's it. Like, no, I'm being 100% honest with you, whether I'm right or I'm wrong, But I just appreciate y'all for listening. I'm pretty sure it's some things that I left out regarding this, because this was such a crazy time. But I'm glad that I got it out before moving into this new year. To help you guys, just let you guys know, you may not have these same experiences with these people, but this is just what I've had. And, God always looking out for me. So blessings going to continue to come along with the challenges. That's it, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notification bell on. Let me know in the comments what you would have done and what you think about this whole story. Like, what do y'all think her motive was to expose herself and get my what was it? Like, I don't know, but homegirl, it was short-lived. Okay, y'all, I'll catch y'all in another video. Bye, y'all.